Attention concerned citizens, we are recording the first ever live episode of We Have Concerns, and we want you to be there. It's happening Friday, February 20th at 7 p.m. as part of The Lab at the Nerd Melt showroom, and tickets are totally free. To find out how to join us, head to live.wehaveconcerns.com. What am I doing where I need the pro version of a timer app? What functionality is the pro version of a timer app giving me?
Precision?
Yeah, like the non-pro version of the timer app is a little off.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you want me to keep accurate time,
you better pay for
that'll
it.
be $3.99 on the App Store.
The timer app just goes, "You're about done."
What? Everything is burned.
Why are all my eggs always way overboiled?
Oh, hilarious app jokes. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
Are you ready to live underwater?
No, fuck that noise.
Why not?
You want to live underwater?
Didn't we just do an episode where you wanted the power to breathe underwater because it would be so great?
Yeah.
And you could live there and it'd be amazing.
Cool.
All
Are you
the
talking
fish.
about the power to breathe underwater?
No, I am not.
Okay, then no. Until I can convert the oxygen in the water to the oxygen that my lungs need.
That's what we have machines for.
Okay, well, is this a machine that allows me to breathe underwater?
No. But hear me out. Okay, Andrew Nichols sent this in to wehaveconcernshow@gmail.com.
Thank you, Andrew.
And this is about a crazy Japanese company called Shimizu Corp. And they have blueprints for an underwater city called Ocean Spiral.
I think I drew those same blueprints in my spiral notebook.
Are you Shimizu Corp?
I am the face of Shimizu Corp.
I mean, we've all dreamt of it, right? We all played BioShock. We all have thought about the fantastical undersea land.
If you played BioShock and you thought to yourself, boy, this would be cool to live in.
Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing can go wrong.
How far did you get into BioShock? Like 15 minutes?
That part where it's all magical and you take the elevator down, and then I turned it off. I had to do other things.
Yeah, right. I feel like this is not the first time I've heard about Underwater City. A couple years ago, there was an architecture firm who was going to build an underwater hotel in Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? The giant
Anything can happen in Dubai.
Anything can happen in Dubai.
Your wildest dreams are just the beginning when it comes to Dubai.
Unless you are maybe a woman.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be a
Then
woman.
it's like, stay within the dream factory zone.
In fact,
don't step out of that zone.
In fact, your dreams probably aren't going to come true. But a place that has infinite money.
Yeah.
Lots of room for construction. Boy, just crazy stuff happens in Dubai. But this is in Japan. This is a city that will house supposedly 5,000 people.
Okay.
It will...
It's more like a village, a hamlet. It's like an underwater township.
Well, it's according to the artist's rendering, it's going to be divided into 3 sections.
Uh-huh.
A floating sphere with a diameter of 500 meters located just beneath the surface of the sea. That's where the... business and residential zones and hotels will be.
And then deeper down is where the workers toil.
Exactly. There's a giant spiral pathway that leads to the ocean floor 3 to 4 kilometers below the surface. And there, scientists will explore ways to excavate energy resources from the seabed.
Okay. All right.
So basically, the idea is that this will be a completely self-sustained city because they will actually get energy from the ocean floor.
Never going to happen.
And the sushi will be amazing.
So, why?
What do you mean? That's the end of your question is why?
Yeah, why? Why do they underwater city?
Well, here's why. And it's going to maybe bum you out a little bit. Because basically this whole project came about because they wanted to figure out a way to prepare for when the ocean levels rise to a point where there's no such thing as islands.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm on board.
Yeah.
Now I'm on board. As a tourist destination, I say we don't build a death bubble that's going to kill everyone.
This is the survivor life raft bubble.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
As like a hey, where are we going to go for spring break? I say maybe not the death bubble.
You don't want to live in the death bubble?
No, spring break death bubble.
It's so fun. You just go to work by walking down a 16-kilometer spiral staircase to the ocean floor.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or you work your day job just mining the seabed. What can go wrong?
It's just Fritz Lang's Metropolis underwater. That's all it is.
Yep. Here, Jimmy, I'm just clocking in. You going to work today?
Yeah.
Well, you seem a little tuckered out, man. Are you going to go down to the bottom of the seafloor with us? We're going to have a great lunch of, well, it's what we have every day. It's seafood.
Okay. I'm coming. I guess I'll get in the elevator again.
Yeah, why not? I mean, this is great. I heard the wife is cooking something special. Well, it's seafood, but I heard that she's trying a new recipe, and I'm sure after a long day of work, you'll be happy to ride that elevator back up to the.
I mean, I'm just gonna bring this up.
Yeah.
You don't think that this city is divided by class, do you?
No, I mean we do our daily toil down at the sea floor, and we give a very healthy portion of our wages to the surface dwellers, and they.
And I mean, I'm all for it. Like, I want to give back to the research project and everything. But the fact that we all share one wife.
Oh,
the fact that the wife is making dinner just really bugs. Like, you'd figure we could have our own wives.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's just modeled after the sea urchin at the bottom of the sea, which is how our entire social structure was constructed. The sea urchin has one wife that services all the toiling laborers of the sea.
Yeah, you know what? I looked up what sea urchins are, and that's not true.
Am I thinking of honeybee?
I think you're thinking of slave labor.
Oh.
I think you're thinking of sort of like a hive-like construct where we are serving the upper city.
Right. Well, that's what our city charter was written kind of about, and I thought you were down for that. I don't
understand why we all act like this is fine, like there's no alternate reality, because this is a new thing. Like, they just built this city. Like, before this, you worked in a regular office.
Well, yeah, but now I work at the seafloor, and I love it.
We're just accepting this? This brings me to point number 2. I don't think they're giving us enough oxygen.
Really?
We're clearly not thinking straight. Also, look at how long this elevator ride is.
You said that same thing the last time you passed out and woke up.
What? Oh.
Oh, man, it's so deep down here, isn't it?
Hey, yeah,
man.
What
were we talking about?
I don't know. What's the wife making for dinner?
I think it's going to be seafood.
Great.
Can't wait.
For some reason, I feel like urchin.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think... What are they going to learn from this city? This is basically a bunch of people who are as freaked out as I am about the end of the world, and so they're building a sea bubble. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's only going to cost 16 billion in pounds. This is
16 billion pounds.
Yeah, this is
good. So only like
Guardian.
$32 billion.
Yeah, it's going to cost a lot. It's going to take 15 years to build.
Great.
Sorry, 5 years to build.
There's nothing else that I can think of to use that money or time for.
No, God, no. We should invest all that money in creating the death bubble.
What I like is that we're putting $32 billion towards building the thing for the inevitable end of the environment, and we're not putting that $32 billion into maybe like saving the environment?
Yeah, because
that's a lot of money.
Because how cool is a underwater bubbles town?
I like how just defeatist everybody is. It's like a bunch of rich guys got together with $32 billion, and they were like, boy, the world is coming to an end. What do? Oh, we build a bubble to save ourselves. That's like the standard rich guy thing to do. They're just like, oh, well, with this $32 billion, we could probably fund some studies and like actually turn back some global warming. We could do something to clear up the... No, motherfucker. There's one of us for every $1 billion we're putting in. What, I'm going to save people who haven't invested in this? No, what I need is a bubble that's going to save me, and then a smaller, shittier bubble for people to work powering my bubble.
That's the part that they always need. I always imagine the guys who are like, let's selectively pick the 5,000 of the cream of the crop, and then none of them wants to do the menial labor required.
Oh yeah,
to do
every sci-fi thing is like, well, we're picking all of these people. Like, this is the most brilliant doctor in the world, the most brilliant heart surgeon in the world. Thank you for joining us, doctor.
Yes, sir.
Here we have the most brilliant engineering minds in the world.
Build the future. Glad to be here.
This all looks really good. So, guys, I'm just going to put up the chore list.
Whoa, What?
And
none of us were told there would be chores.
Engineers, brilliant engineers. You
Yes.
guys are on toilet duty.
Whoa!
The world's most brilliant heart surgeons. You
yes.
guys are going to be working in the cafeteria this week.
We don't do food.
And then the most brilliant business and strategic minds of our time.
Yeah, that's us.
We need you to just be on garbage duty.
Wait, garbage? We don't do garbage.
You sound like you do garbage.
Well, we do sanitation.
It's
see. Different.
Well, it just seemed like the right place to start, you guys, since you had experience. Anyway, welcome to the utopian city of the future. I think we've figured everything out.
A bit of point of procedure here.
Yes, people with the best accents.
We were told that this would be the place where all of our wildest dreams and the highest minds would come together and create a utopia. And
yeah, absolutely. And every Thursday, we're going to have a town hall meeting about the utopia. And that's where we're going to do all of our best ideas. But for the rest of the time, we're just going to need to keep the bubble clean, everybody.
Well,
my bubble is your bubble. It's everybody's bubble. Treat it like it is everyone's bubble.
Well, if I left the bubble, I could hire someone to do all the cleaning.
Well, I mean, the world is ending and there is no way out of the bubble.
No way out of the bubble?
So, also, by the way, people with the smartest sounding accents in the world, we need you to just take these snakes and just snake the drains.
Oh, snaking drains.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you used actual snakes to snake drains.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I believe I've been bit.
Well, sorry about that.
Oh,
so if there's anything that we forgot in our plan,
you forgot to pay us any kind of wage or salary for this.
no money. This is the utopian society of the future. We did it, guys. We're the remaining Earth. We're the cream of the crop.
There's no money. There's no money for goods and services.
No. What we basically need you guys to do is plan what we're going to do for the economy when we reach the next planet, which we should be doing. Well, we'll have to come up with a plan for that. We'll bring it up at the town hall meeting. Until then, if everybody could just like clean up the park a little bit around them, that would be great.
This sucks.
And that's the thing. It's like that's why every utopian movie of the future, or every sci-fi, anything you read is all like, yes, everything is perfect except for the back of the train. Right. We don't talk about the back of the train.
But the back upon which the whole entire industrial complex was resting is on the labor force.
Yeah. So I mean,
always
that's the thing.
Case.
So number one, it's a death bubble. So what are they going to do with this city? Is this like a tourist destination? What is this? This test city?
No, they're saying that it's actually going to be a living, breathing, functional town of 5,000 people that draws its energy from the seabed.
I find this terrifying.
The Shimizu spokesman, his name is Hideo Imamura, he said, this is his quote. This guy, I'm not sure they picked the best PR guy for them. He said, the technology for this has not been invented yet, but it will. And as proof of that, the Astro Boy cartoon had a mobile phone long before they were actually invented. So, based on Astro Boy projections of the future, we should be fine.
They had robot boys, too, way before we did.
Way before the Robot Boy
Way before the actual Robot Boys happened.
2006.
I can't believe it's been 9 years since we've had fully functional robot boys.
Yeah, you can't really remember a world before Robot Boys.
No, now that I have robot boys, I can't imagine how I got along without them.
Well, we always knew they were coming with all the cartoons that we enjoyed.
Astro Boy certainly predicted it.
It did.
Long before. A challenge of the GoBots definitely predicted jets that turned into tactical leaders before we ever had them. Not before Transformers predicted it.
Right. No, not before. It was strangely at the same time,
it was
actually.
Still future. You know what it is all these great ideas are floating in the ether.
That's what it is. I'm glad we finally have tiny 3-apple high blue creatures as well.
It's so fun. Like, you can't cite that as your source. You can't be like, well, it happened. It happened. Gem. We had an all-lady band that was truly outrageous, and here we are.
Exactly.
And we're surrounded by lady bands that are truly outrageous now.
And I rode to work today on my giant green panther.
Yeah, like. But so they're going to build this fully functional city. Here's the thing. I think this is the worst idea. I am terrified of this. I don't think anybody should live in the ocean. I'm totally cool with colonizing space.
So you're willing to go and live, what, space station in space, or you want planet in space?
Like either. Like I would live on the space station. But here's what's crazy.
Dude, way more dangerous to live on a space station than it is to...
Is it?
Inconvenient.
Is it more dangerous?
I would say an order of magnitude more dangerous.
Okay, you're living in the bottom bubble, or you're working in the bottom bubble. That's on the ocean floor.
Yes.
There's a breach. Is it any safer than being...
There's a breach in space, you're fucked too. Breaches by nature are bad. You don't want breaches.
But this is what's crazy. I'm totally accepting of the fact that there might be a breach every once in a while on the space station.
Why?
I think it's fine.
You're dead.
But there's something about the ocean that tells me, motherfucker, don't live there.
The death void of space doesn't tell you, motherfucker, don't live there?
I mean, I definitely feel weird about it.
Soundless, lightless void where there's no gravity.
Yeah.
At least in the bottom of the ocean, there's creatures already fucking living there.
Right, so but like...
They hang out down there!
There's something about space that feels like, moving on, moving up, moving forward, we're gonna do it, this is the future of humanity. There's something about going to the ocean that's just like, no, going backwards, going down, getting dark, getting weird, don't go down there, shit is crazy. Like, space sort of feels like a, go ahead, buddy, make it your own. Whereas like the ocean feels like, motherfucker, there's shit down there that you do not want to deal with.
So for you, it's more about going out than going in.
There's something about up being better.
Up is just generally better.
Up is just better.
It's more of a trajectory issue.
Going up, going forward, going down, getting weird. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Fair enough.
There are things down there. Did you ever see that IMAX, that James Cameron IMAX, the Monsters of the Deep or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Or Aliens of the Deep. That's what it was.
Some weird shit.
There's that weird undulating thing that looks like an angel.
Yeah.
Like, but it's real.
Yeah.
And it's floating there with these beautiful wings and
Pretty sure it only eats souls.
Yeah, kind of a strange semi-human looking face, and it's just sitting there undulating.
It asks you to take off your mask and breathe the water in.
Yeah, and like James Cameron is just like sitting there, like moving his IMAX 3D rig around. He's like, oh, that's beautiful. And I'm just staring into that thing going like, that thing is beckoning you to your death.
Yeah.
That
thing wants you to never reach the surface again.
I believe that everything in the ocean, like space doesn't want you dead. Space
wants you dead?
No. Space will kill you.
Everything in space will kill you.
Everything in space will kill you, but it's not actively trying to kill you. It just is. It is by nature deadly.
You are parsing this like a motherfucker.
But listen, it is by nature deadly. It's dangerous, but you can mitigate dangers. The ocean is full of unknown living things that genuinely want you dead, that actively will come for you.
I'd rather have something come for me than just the vastness of space. Just, one day I get untethered and now I'm floating off like George Clooney, just fucking hanging out and waiting for my respirator to expire.
No, he comes back and they have a drink. I may have walked out early. I got a call.
Yes, you didn't. You got to rewatch that.
Okay.
Yeah, you really should.
But no, I think it's all the danger of space. The pressure is wrong. There is no air. There is no light when you get that far down. It's basically experientially the same as space, but with real ass monsters. Not imagined sci-fi monsters, but on top of everything else, your corpse will probably be eaten by something that you can't even fathom. Like some Lovecraftian, tentacled,
translucent monster.
Yeah, no.
What is more beautiful? The vastness of space or the undersea depths? What's a more picturesque, beautiful place?
In IMAX or to experience?
I would say in IMAX.
In IMAX?
Going forward, I'm always talking in IMAX.
I'm always talking about IMAX. I never want to actually go anywhere. I just want to see it in IMAX. I would say, based on the IMAX movies I've seen, the ocean is more beautiful.
Yeah. Now, point ocean.
But, I mean, beauty is not necessarily required to live. We live in a land of strip malls and pavement. Like, we clearly don't need beauty to live.
I'm not saying we need beauty to live, but it's a +1 to living.
You gonna live in a bubble? You gonna live in an undersea bubble?
I might try that.
Yeah?
Look at this pretty picture on this article. Look at how pretty that is.
Dan, that's just a picture from an aquarium.
That's an aquarium.
That's just a motherfucking aquarium.
Wouldn't
I'll
an
take
aquarium...
you to the aquarium, dude.
You?
Yeah.
Let's go to the aquarium.
We can go to the aquarium.
I don't have to live under there?
No!
Okay.
You can see all that shit.
It's really pretty.
We bring it to us. That's how humanity works.
But what if you woke up every morning?
To us.
What if you woke up every morning in aquarium? I mean, space is cool.
Yeah.
But it's sort of stagnant. Aquarium.
I feel like there are so many things that could fail. The oxygen systems could fail.
And you're
The
saying
pressure
all the same
systems
things
could
for
fail.
space. All the same
Yeah,
things
but I
apply.
don't live there either.
Okay. Or you're just going to stay home and
I'm
let the
just saying
fucking
it's-
sea
I'm
rise.
just saying it's real dangerous, man. And I feel like there are other things we can do to combat the rising oceans than to say, well, the oceans are rising. Obviously, the logical decision is to live in bubbles that can fail.
Hey, we're trying things. We're throwing stuff against the wall and see what sticks.
I feel like there are things that we could allocate those resources to first before undersea bubble.
Clean the air or death bubble in the ocean.
Yeah, clean the air or $32 billion bubble that only fits 5,000 people.
Just think of how many things you could just watch go extinct if you were down in the ocean. You could just see them
It has always
extinctify.
been my dream to watch the earth die around me. Like, I've always wanted to see that. I do want to be around to watch the earth die around me.
I think it's pretty poetic that they call this thing the ocean spiral because it's just like spiraling into
It's spiraling into
Oblivion.
insanity is what it's spiraling into. I don't know. Would you guys live in a bubble under the ocean? It sounds dumb to me, but like maybe you would.
Yeah, dude, you totally would.
I wouldn't. I'd go visit it, and I'd probably be mildly freaked out the whole time I was there. I'd probably just be like, "Oh, cool, yeah. It's great that we have these that we have this whole working, functioning electrical vehicles. That's cool. Oh, cool. You have like a little store. You have a movie theater." I feel like the air is running out. Do you feel like
fucked
the
up
air
thing-
is running
The
out?
fucked up thing would be the elevator ride. That elevator ride going
do
down
it.
13 meters.
Can't do it.
That would mess me up.
No way, man. No way. I don't know if you guys would do it. Would you do it? Wouldn't you do it? Let us know on the Twitter. I'm at acarboni.
And I'm at Jeff Kanata.
And if you've seen a story like this that you want us to discuss, hey, you can email it to us at wehaveconcerns@gmail.com or head to wehaveconcerns.reddit.com.